Under the Brandenburg gate they rode and marched in triumphant procession, that glorious morning in June 1871, rank upon rank of soldiers in full-dress uniform, the finest cavalry, infantry, and artillery regiments of the world. Their helmets gleamed, their plumes danced, their lances shone, and their cuirasses flashed. In strict tempo, burnished black boots goose-stepped over the cobbled roadway. The hooves of horses with lustrous coats and resplendent trappings clattered on the flagstones. Drums rolled, trumpets blared, and blazing torches were brandished in the air. They heralded a new era of history. They proclaimed the birth of a new country, the nation of Germany. Karl Jochum was 13 that summer. He stood with his parents and sister amidst thousands of other Berliners on the pavement of Unter den Linden, shouting himself hoarse with excitement as they welcomed the victorious German armies. On and on they marched, these magnificent soldiers who had won the war against France, who had marched out as Prussians, and who now returned as Germans. Eventually the parade was over, and the delirious crowds started to disperse, but Karl stood rooted to the spot, staring up at the Brandenburg gate and the statue of the Quadriga that rose above it, a chariot drawn by 4 prancing horses driven by Viktoria, the goddess of victory. Sculpted by a man called Gottfried Schadow, the Quadriga had originally been created to commemorate peace between France and Prussia in 1795. Only 11 years later, however, Napoleon had captured Berlin and taken the Quadriga back with him to Paris, a shameful memory that Berliners vowed should never be repeated. So in 1814 the Prussians soundly beat Napoleon and reclaimed the Quadriga, adding an iron cross and a Prussian eagle before she was re-erected, facing west, this time towards France, to bring victory to the Prussian troops whenever they marched to war. And this time she had brought victory with a vengeance, for their triumph over the French in the recent war had been overwhelming. A man standing beside Karl followed his gaze. "From now on," he prophesied, "that gate will symbolize not Prussia, but Germany." Karl turned to him, his blue eyes shining. "Yes, I am a German now." It was all Chancellor Bismarck's achievement. For the first 13 years of Karl's life, there had been no Germany, merely an alliance of some 350 sovereign states, dominated by Prussia's military superiority. Now Bismarck had united them, so that the new empire reached from East Prussia to the borders of Denmark and Holland, incorporated the French provinces of Alsace and Lorraine, and swept right down to include Bavaria. In a dramatic ceremony in the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles, the King of Prussia had become Emperor of the German nation.